So very few franchises hit the ground running quite like Horizon Zero Dawn, receiving both critical acclaim, commercial success, and in general mass fan appeal on PlayStation and recently on PC. Its successor, Horizon Forbidden West, is a worthy sequel building on the franchise pillars of exhilarating gameplay and cutting-edge graphics and production value, but unfortunately, Aloy's second venture is not nearly as technically polished as the original, but it's still a journey worth taking. So the story takes place immediately after the events of Horizon Zero Dawn. There's really no time to breathe, as Aloy must travel to the Forbidden West to seek out a solution to increasingly rampant machines as well as a mysterious blight affecting the world. Aloy's overall objective is to restore Gaia, the super AI that self-destructed in the first game, in hopes that she can fulfill her primary role in bringing some sort of stability to the Earth. The adventure will take you 25 to 30 hours to complete, with plenty to do after the credits roll. All the original characters from the first game make their return, but in some cases you must complete some side quests to encounter them all. And despite promises on a heavy reliance on secondary characters for support, the story very much is just about Aloy. Side quests do a much better job this time around in offering more story and in-game payout than in the first game, and most of the secondary characters are given a dedicated questline to further their relationship with Aloy. However, none of these side quests actually have any sort of impact in the final ending of the game. Overall, the narrative is well executed, but at the end of the day, there really isn't much progression to the direction of this series, and it's very obvious that it sets up for another sequel. Gameplay is the greatest strength of this franchise, and the same fantastic combat system returns from the original game. It's kind of like if it's not broke, don't fix it formula. Weapons remain pretty much the same, but now they've added an overcharge ability built around the different class trees that you can use to level up Aloy. Once again, you'll be relying on primitive weapons such as bows and arrows with different elemental attributes that you'll need to take advantage to proceed through the combat as efficiently as possible. As in the first game, despite there being class trees, there really isn't any sort of specialization. By the end of the game, you'll have enough skill points to pretty much purchase everything. Upgrading your gear through crafting by hunting animals and machines returns, and acquiring the correct components still works on default with a luck RNG based system, but in the interest of time, you can adjust the settings in the menus to speed up your progress. Optional events such as long collection quests, rebel bases, specialized hunts, as well as cauldrons all make their return. Even on the normal setting, what you immediately notice is that the difficulty has been ramped up significantly in Forbidden West. Machines are far more aggressive and they hit a lot harder than they did in the original. Unlike in the first game, where by the end Aloy felt pretty much unstoppable, in Forbidden West you'll be struggling to defeat apex creatures by endgame. Horizon Forbidden West is one of the best looking games out there. The voice acting, musical score, and sound effects are industry leading. Its open world has insane levels of depth and interaction. You have two main options of playing the game on either performance or fidelity mode, with a ton of welcome customized options as well. But despite being one of the best looking games ever released, performance is the greatest weakness of Horizon Forbidden West. There's really no easy way to say it, but the game just in general felt like it was rushed to market. Some of the issues that I encountered were texture clipping, characters talking over each other, frame rate tanking, and the most annoying one is that the screen would just sometimes just go completely blank as the characters transition to some areas. In an open world so large, the majority of these technical issues could be forgiven had it not been how technically polished the original Horizon Zero Dawn launched. Post-launch patches have been coming quickly, but it's very obvious that they're prioritizing main story quest lines and progression first. Side quests and post-ending quests are often very glitchy and in some cases can't even be completed. I had to, on multiple occasions, reload autosave files and knowingly amount of times to work around these glitches. I honestly feel that this game was rushed to market to avoid the release window of God of War Ragnarok. Overall, Aloy's second adventure was still a satisfying experience to play. Increased combat difficulty and investments into questline will keep even the most seasoned Nora hunters on their toes. But the game just screams that it needed a couple more months in the oven to offer a polished final product. I just hope that Horizon 3 can offer the same technical refinements as we saw in the first game. Reviews such as these take a long time to produce, so I want to give a quick thank you to our Tier 4 as well as Tier 5 channel members whose support directly supports content like this. So a big thank you to Uchiha Madara, Nightmare Warrior, K Robert, Z Shadow Dragons, Oscar Young, Padam Vlogger, Phantom Manager, Mike Osborne, Cat the Queen, Brax Miles, CJ Turner, Adina, Positive Sarcasm, Fast Vlogs, as well as Austin. Thank you to all channel members who get this review 5 days earlier than the general public. And if you guys want to learn about other channel perks you can get from becoming a member, you can check out the link in the description below.